there was a moment in your book where you were talking about the Puerto Rican Day Parade and where you discovered that your popularity had crossed over into reverence. Like where people like revered you. You were no longer just this figure.
I mean, it freaked me out.
You now realize that you shared your popularity and likability and all the things that made you you. You shared them with everybody who saw themselves in you, who came from where you came from. But still, you maintained that ability to stand outside of yourself and observe the whole situation and get and pay it back to the people who made you you. Whereas most people, a lot of people don't do that. They're just like, oh, that's me all day. I'm great. I'm fabulous.
No, I don't believe none of the hype at all.
Yeah.
I just look at that as like, number one, I'm blessed to do what I do. Number two, I know what you feel like. I was a kid at the Puerto Rican Day Parade that watched Eric Estrada from Chips is going by and thinking, oh my God, this person is so great. I know what that feels like. And I also know I don't know Eric Estrada. He could be a piece of shit for all I know. I'm just saying, so I know what that feels like to be on the other side of it. So if I represent something for you, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
But I also know that's just all it is for you. You're going to go on about your life. I'm going to go on about my life. Hopefully I can inspire you again or motivate you again, and that's cool. But I don't take too much self-importance in that. It's humbling, it's nice, but is that weird? Like,
no,
does that make sense? Like, oh,
no. I think that when
like I see you, baby. I see that you see me. Yeah, you see yourself in me, and I love that. That's great.
No.
But I don't leave that feeling I don't leave that interaction feeling like I'm the shit. I don't feel like that. I feel like, wow, that was dope. We had that moment together. That's how I feel inside. You know
I
what I mean?
believe that to be the healthiest reaction that you can have to something like that because, it's just
Also, my level of fame is not that high. Let's not act like it's really not.
you're tripping.
No, I'm not. You're from here. Well, you're not from here. I know you're from Canada, but like
25 years.
you're on culture with me. You're here, so you are a part of this like subculture that I have been in for a very long time. So they're very close to me. The people we're talking about, right? There's like a whole world outside of that doesn't give a shit about me. Let's be honest. Just being honest. No, trust me. I live in the world. I know there's people that be like, "Oh yeah, you're the girl from the radio." Like, there's a whole slew of people in the world could care less about my contributions, what I'm trying to do, and I'm very aware of that.
You keep things into perspective.
I keep it
for yourself.
intimate. I also have never cured cancer. I have also never done.
I know, but I also tried to stay a runaway care.
I'm not trying to downplay the work I've done, and I'm very proud of myself in that way. I'm not trying to downplay the connection I've had, especially to this city and to the culture. I appreciate it. I know, or to radio. I have traveled, so I've met other radio people in radio who my career has done something for them. I am not trying to downplay that. I'm proud of it. I love that, but I also don't. I mean,
You don't blow smoke up your own ass.
I don't blow smoke up my ass. Like I've had a good career.
Yeah.
I've tried to do right by people. People have responded. Some people have responded to that. I am grateful for that interaction. I have shit I want to do still moving forward. That's where I'm at. Like, I'm not gloating in some like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some pocket of like.
No, I think that one of the things that I also love very much about you is because you're really pragmatic.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
You too, by the way.
I'm Canadian. It's literally
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Angie has this urge, and I get it.
What? To take over the conversation?
Over.
And everything you ask me, I want to ask you back something. But I'm trying not to be the host and just be the guest.
It's okay. It's okay. We're in bizarro world. Like, the fact that I'm interviewing you right now, I some things, but yeah,
it's my nature to put it back.
Listen, I'm interviewing somebody off my Mount Rushmore.
Oh, please.
And one of them I'll never be able to interview because she's dead, Barbara Walters. So I still got Christian Amanpour and Oprah. So it's a race to the finish line as to who gets her first.
Okay.
But you've already kind of sort of interviewed her. But you want to ask me something like about being like in the boys' world now.
Yeah, because you said something earlier about like that you always looked at yourself
through the male
through
gaze,
the male gaze.
and it took a lot of therapy for me to correct that.
But to me, you always seem like, I don't know, you see, like I said, I didn't know you back in the
I was
day,
a really
well,
good actress.
but you seem like a girly girl to me. Whereas I was always like a tomboy, right? I was always like it wasn't weird for me to be around a lot of guys because I was like that even as a kid. I was playing handball. I was hanging out with. I was always comfortable around dudes, and then not in a like not in a
Yeah.
they wanted to get with me. I wanted to
Like,
get.
they're the homies. Like,
Yeah,
they were really the
I had.
big brothers, all that thing.
I was a tomboy. I did all the. I like to play pool and all the things that the boys like to do. So but now you're like, you play with the boys every day. Sometimes I watch these clips, I'm like, yo, they're killing, she's dying inside right now. And I know Joe very well, so that, I mean, I don't know the rest of the guys as well, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're like, is that just work or is that in your life? Because I still have a lot of guys in my life,
Yeah.
like a lot. So I have great friendships with a lot of men that are, people are like, you're friends with that guy? And I'm like, I am, I love them.